What's good? It's your boy Jay Swole. I'm over here with the Hood Zookeeper. We about to talk about music. We about to talk about life. We about to talk about money, motivation, and all that good stuff. You feel me? Stay tuned.
Yep. TarZanz, the hood motherfucking zookeeper. We're here with the big brother, Jay Swole. How you feeling, big
Yes,
brother?
sir. I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Blessed, you know.
Big bless.
Yeah.
All right, brother. How you? I know you just said that, but how you feeling today? How's the vibe going? How you?
And the vibe is good, man. You know, I'm excited about 26.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah, a lot of things in the works. Things that I haven't done last year that I'm gonna do this year. You know.
I see you with the biggest motion.
Yes, sir. Biggest motion.
How that been going? So I seen the first show,
Uh-huh.
and I would have liked it to come out. I think that was like right at the end of the year and all that good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It looked dope.
Oh,
How
yeah.
was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a vibe every time. You know what I mean? The very first time me and Prince Gold did it, Biggest Motion 1, that was a huge success. It turned out a lot bigger than what we thought it was going to be.
And that's what I was gonna say. Not even underestimating it, but I was gonna say like just off top, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to go. I didn't have no expectations for it.
Right.
Once I seen what it did,
Yeah.
I said I think that's the most that venue ever had. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
from here,
yeah.
so from the shows that I seen that was at that venue, I think y'all had a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about 1, but I know 5 and 4. Like, yeah, that was probably we probably did some numbers, set some records or
that
whatever.
was
you know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
bro. I said y'all had all types of people, and then like even just the different vibes. I don't think y'all limit yourself to just like the rap or, for lack of words, like the hood nigga entourage and shit. Y'all got
Right,
like
right.
different vibes. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
like
definitely.
different R&B people, and then it's a lot of women that come out to
Yeah.
y'all shows and shit who performing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
And
right.
it's a good vibe. Just all around different types of
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah, no, most definitely. Like, we wanted to try to like separate our shows from a lot of like different like open mics and just different things, to where we wanted to mainly exploit like you said, the different genres of talent that's out here in Vegas, you know, with the R&B and just like something that's not your typical, you know, gangsta rap or gangsta music, you know, just in general. Because me and Prince Gold, we on the same page. We both want to move in a positive light.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean? We both, been through things in life, but we also have growth. And our growth now is just trying to bring together the community, you know, and preach positivity and unity, because I feel like that's what we need
Absolutely.
for Vegas to come to the forefront.
Absolutely.
You know,
You born and raised out here?
no, I'm born and raised in Cali. You know what I'm
Cali?
saying? The IE.
okay.
I grew up in, well, I was born in Torrance. I lived in the South Bay area for a little bit. Then I moved to the IE. Mobile
okay.
is really where I grew up. And yeah,
How long you been out here?
I've been out here in Vegas for like 6.5 years.
6.5
going on it. Yeah.
You pretty,
know?
not too long, but you pretty established.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty established out here.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Like I said, I see that you be tapped in with a lot of different people. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely you
Definitely.
established pretty much out here.
Yeah, you know, like as far as in the music community, I didn't get into the music scene in Vegas until like 2022. That's when I made up my mind, like, okay, I'm gonna get back into the music, because I had stopped for a long time, and I just got inspired to get back into it. So when I started off, I really didn't know how to go at it. I was just like, let me just, you know, record one
Yeah, just
song,
hop
and
in there.
see where it goes, and then you know, some people liked it, some people didn't, but either or, it motivated me to keep going.
You was in the game now. You got one foot in now.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, you know, I went to different open mic events, different showcases, and that's where I met a lot of the artists that are my friends now, you know, from going to
For sure.
these particular events.
That's where you met guys like Prince Gold at?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I met
those
Prince
was-
Gold, Josh Milan.
For sure.
You know, I even met my brother, my producer, Fire Upon Drums. I met him at a open mic event, and ever since then we just became brothers. You know what I mean? We've been working together for over 3 years now. You know, and it's been great to see how much growth that we've done together as a team. And you know, speaking of that, I'm back in the studio. Me and Prince Gold, we dropped something phenomenal. So we're gonna perform that Biggest Motion 6, February 6th. You know what I'm saying? It's at Verna.
I take a shot to that.
Oh yeah. Y'all come out. You know what I mean? It's Prince Gold's birthday.
Oh yeah.
As well, yeah. Well, his birthday's on the 5th, but we gonna celebrate it. On
Yeah,
the 6th,
I like to hear that shit because I'm an Aquarius too, so I fuck with. You know what?
Yeah.
I like when niggas say I don't want to be haters, but I like when niggas like say their zodiac sign because now I know where you coming from. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now that you said that,
Yeah.
and now that I know, it's like okay. Well, now I see why he moved the way he moved. Cause, yeah. Well, what's understood don't need to be explained.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna keep it at that.
Nah, definitely.
Aside from that, let's hop into this rap shit. When was the first moment that you knew you can go ahead and put your foot in this shit? Like what was the turning page or the turning moment of when you're like, I got some bars or I got a little flow. Let me go ahead and fuck with this.
Okay. Yeah. So like, you know, when I was growing up, I was always inspired by like poetry. I would always write poems and things like that. And so like when I would have class assignments, you know, instead of doing like an actual like, you know, book report, I would do like poems telling the story.
Okay.
And,
I fuck with it.
Yeah, you know, and the teacher was just like blown away and she was like, wow.
So, nigga,
know,
you got something.
Yeah, you got something. So, you know, at that point I was like, okay, I know how to put together words or whatever. And then, you know, when I like first got into the music scene, it was me and some of my homies back in Cali. We came together as a rap group first. And then we all ventured off to solo projects, you know.
So what age was that? Like when you first got into that little
when I first got into it, where I really was like recording was more so like right when I was about to get out of high school, you know, so 18,
that little junior,
18, 19,
sophomore, that sophomore year.
Yeah, you know.
Understood.
So and then from there just started recording, and then you know, I was inspired when I did do it at the moment, and then I just lost some of my inspiration, so I stopped, you know, for a while. And like I said, when I came here in Vegas, I got
kind of rekindle.
Yeah, remotivated. You know, just going to different shows and just seeing like people just sharing their talent, you know, and just expressing their voice and everything like that. It just really like inspired me, motivated me. It was like, okay, I got something to say too, you know,
shit.
and I want to just at least do it, see how far I can get with it. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
Yeah,
valid.
Definitely.
Okay, that's a nice little rap.
Oh, yeah.
Rap. I know you do more shit than rap. How
right.
did you get into? No, first of all, I want to say this. I done did like not on no creepy shit, but I done did, you know, on some interview shit. I done did a little deep dive. I mean, just a little, nothing serious, just a little deep dive. Yeah. I seen you done did karate, nigga. See, I used to do karate and shit too back in the day. My mom, I was, you know, I'm the only boy from that my mom done had, so I done had a lot of energy. So she put me in like taekwondo, jiu-jitsu when I was little, and we had them after school programs. And so that's how, I mean, of course now, like I probably know like 2% of that shit now, but how did you get into it? Like that's something you always did, fighting classes and shit?
So from my mom telling me this story, like I was like 4 years old, I think. And she was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to do taekwondo or whatever. So, you know, they signed me up to taekwondo and stuff like that. And that's what really got me into it. This was back when I was living like, you know, in LA County. And then when I moved to the IE in Mobile, I took up Shorin Kung Fu. You know, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, so as you can see, like the Pride and Power video, I got
that. You know, that was one of my favorite ones, and that was in my head too.
Yeah, so you know that was an inspiration for me to do the video like that or whatever.
That nigga was going crazy with them nunchucks.
Yeah.
Like, boy, he knows some.
I mess around with it a little bit.
He knows some.
I haven't really like partaked in like the martial arts thing in a while. You know, it more so like gravitated from martial arts to boxing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's actually something that I want to get back into because you know, out here in Vegas, we got a lot of MMA and boxing gyms and things like that.
Vegas
just to have it in, you know, in my bag. You know?
Vegas is definitely one of them places where you can find yourself in that type of predicament. Where if you got the skills and you got the manpower to really kick some ass, they gonna put you in something. And like I said, vice versa, you can put yourself into it and find the avenue in that. Okay, outside of fighting as well, or not necessarily fighting, but you know, the art of martial arts. Right. But like I also see you model a little bit. When did you get into that? You know, niggas always feel themselves since, you know, from a young age. But how did you officially get into that Or did it happen in Cali or Vegas? How did you get into that?
I guess I would say it all stemmed from when I was in Cali. You know what I mean? Like, I always took pride in, my appearance and how I look. You know what I'm saying? It was actually like me and my best friend out there in Cali. Like, we would always, you'd be like, who's gonna come? Yeah, who's gonna come look in the flyers? You know what I'm saying, or whatever. It started from when we met back in like middle school. You know what I'm saying? We'd always be like, okay, who's gonna have the best outfit on the first day of school? Type shit, and who can go the longest without repeating their outfit and stuff like that.
That friendly competition with the homies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's where it all started, and then like from there, I brought that over on to the music side. I believe like it just opened eyes to other people that had modeling agencies and modeling events, and they asked me to model for those.
Put
and
that shit on for them.
That's how I got into it, and then it went from that to, magazine, being published in magazines and just things like that. Of course, I'm not where I want to be at on the modeling side, but that's a big part of what I'm doing as far as in the whole entertainment
big picture
thing. Especially with my song Model, you know what I mean? That's my theme song. That's my anthem right there. You know what I mean? It's a banger. So,
I believe I heard you perform that whole once or twice.
Yeah. I
fuck with it.
Yeah, that's like I enjoy performing that track. So it's just me being me. You know what I mean? Like everything I'm talking about, I'm not trying to, really put on a facade of, being this extra street dude, this extra hood dude. I'm me. You feel me?
I can say, because I do listen to you. Yeah. So I can vouch for that. I mean, because I got the ability to see the real and the fake. I know a lot of people think they do, but I already got that power, so I can see that you being your authentic self. You know what I mean? And I see who you truly is. Not saying like I just know you, right? You know what I mean? But I do see what you present, and then what you rap about, and then like the shit you post or something. Like that's you being you. You know what I mean? And there's no way around that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So definitely that. Kind of going into like the modeling shit a little bit. Apart from that, I also see you bodybuild. Nigga, you a jack of all trades. You got a lot of things going. Right. So how did you get into bodybuilding? I know you a big swole ass nigga. That's your name.
Right.
So how did you get into that, or like what was the pivoted moment to you really like, okay, I'm gonna sign up for this competition?
Okay. Well, so like when I first started like really getting into the weightlifting, I started off as doing powerlifting. Right. It was always about, how much I could bench and this and that. And I did that. I actually competed in powerlifting meets and stuff when I was back in Cali. And I broke some records and things like that. But also I tore my chest. So when I tore my chest and I had to go through the surgery and the whole recovery phase, I was like, I'm done with that. So I was like, let me focus more on the aesthetic side of just fitness and everything, and that's where the bodybuilding like opened my eyes to it. And so when I moved out here to Vegas, that was one goal that I set myself to do. I was like, I want to start competing in bodybuilding, not necessarily become professional, but at least say I did it,
put my foot in it,
right? And then once I did it and I had some success with it, I was like, you know what, how much further can I go? And so the competition that I had recently in November last year, it was a national event where I was going for my pro card to be a pro. Unfortunately, I ended up placing second, but that also opened my eyes like, hey, I only been doing this for 2 years at the time, and it's like
you
to
still
go
fresh a little bit.
Still do that at a national level, like, hey, I'm that close. You know what I mean? So this year, I plan on doing another one at the end of the year, and I will get my pro card this time around. But
that's a mentality to have, brother. Definitely. What other projects do you? I know y'all got the biggest motion. Right. You and Prince Gold putting out. Is that going to be like a project, or that's just going to be a couple of singles?
Me and Prince, we've been talking about putting together an EP. Okay. So
like 7 songs,
somewhere around there. 5 to 7 songs, depending on like how much motivated we are. We already got that one song we dropped. We already working on a couple other tracks already too, and it's just like, it's game time. You know what I mean?
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. So we coming with some fire this year. Like I said, we gonna keep doing Biggest Motion every first Friday until further notice. Right. But like I said, we've been having success doing it on that particular night.
It definitely, like I said, that event definitely look live. If you from Vegas, if you're in Vegas, if you just in Vegas for the weekend of that first Friday, it should definitely step out. I got to see like a glimpse of it that one
Yeah.
time that we got to do that little interview or whatnot.
Yeah.
And even just the beginning of that was pretty live, and I see what it was finna turn into.
Oh yeah.
And I was
yeah.
definitely with my people, and I'm just like, damn, I wish we can stay out a little bit more.
Right.
So
right.
definitely this upcoming February 6th,
Yeah,
I
February
definitely
6th.
will be there
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Probably bring my little podcast equipment or whatnot, catch that shit on film so everybody can see. For sure. Let's get into this rap shit a little more. Just on some regular rap questions, right?
Yeah.
One, give me your top 3 rappers really spoke to you at a young age. This is not your top 5 now.
Right.
It might be, but what was that top 3? Just to have a quick list growing up that you was like, bro, this motherfucker going off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, of course, I got to say Pac. You know what I mean? Tupac always inspired me. Just his emotion, his delivery, the message that he had.
For sure.
And then, of course, Nas. I always love his flow. I always try to emulate his flow on a lot of my songs. Some people may notice it, some people may not.
You're the first that said Nas on this podcast.
Yeah.
I fucking when I'm fucking.
Oh yeah, Nas. As far as when we talking about the greats, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z also was an inspiration for me.
He was in your ear too.
Yeah, but as far as like really the ones that I like besides Nas and Pac, I'm a big fan of Fabulous. I'm a big fan of Jadakiss.
Jadakiss,
You know
top 5 dead or alive.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So those people really inspire me, like their flow. You know what I mean? It's the flow that I really like.
That grittiness.
Yeah, those are some artists that really inspire
You
me.
be fucking with this shit too. I seen a little clip probably yesterday, if not 2 days ago. It was within these past couple of days of you, like you walked out of a building or something and into the street, and there was niggas standing around you. You was freestyle. You going acapella.
Okay.
I said, hold on.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Right.
Niggas going off. You know what I mean? You was going bar for bar. What was that?
That was an event. I want to say that was a couple years ago. That was an event.
You was going off a couple years ago,
right,
nigga.
Right? Yeah. Nah. It was actually it was a showcase that we had inside of I believe it was Splash. And then when the event ended, all the artists that was there was like, let's go out to the the parking lot and just free like have some ciphers going on. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it, but that's not one thing that I do a lot. But when I do it, I make sure. I bring it.
Yeah, nigga, so, I was watching that motherfucker, and that was one of them videos where it's like it stopped me because you be scrolling or you might be tapping and just going through a motherfucker shit. But that was one. If I was tapping through, it stopped. I said, what?
Yeah.
I said, bro, low key going off. Bro, low key got something to say. Yeah, he got something to say.
Man. Appreciate it for real.
For real, bro. Yeah, man. Like we said, with the biggest motion outside of that, what is a couple of projects that you want to accomplish before the end of the year? It's the beginning of the year. It's we literally still in the first month. Right. What is a few things that you want to accomplish the months ahead?
Well, I do have like a fitness line, clothing brand called Djembe. Okay. I want to like really start promoting that more and putting out some more content, promoting the brand and just seeing how far I could take it. And then in addition to, getting my pro card with the bodybuilding, I don't know if I'm going to put out like a personal solo EP or album. That's not really one thing I'm really trying to do. I just like to put out tracks. You know what I mean? If there's a track idea that I feel is hot, I'm going to put it out and see how far it goes. You know what I mean? Until like somebody comes to me and say, hey, I want you to make an album or whatever, then I'll do that. But anything close to that would probably be the EP that me and Prince Gold are talking about putting together. So, and if anybody else wants to try to put together something with me, then we can do that too as well. Because I'm always open to being a feature or collabing with people. Last year, towards the end of the year, I was really trying to shy away from the music, which I did because I was focused on my bodybuilding competition. But now that that's over, I can focus more back into the music and just being out there more, putting myself out there more, and just networking and just building new relationships, friendships, whatever it is, But the main thing is the unity, bringing us all together and putting Vegas on the map where it should be, because we got a lot of talent out here, man. You know what I mean? And I humbly could say that, you know, there are some great artists out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I done seen from your showcase, like, of course I've been to other showcases,
Yeah.
other open mics, but I done seen within, like I said, you guys tend to bring out the best in the city. You know what I mean? Like, I done seen rappers and only rappers at these other events, but y'all guys tend to bring out like the R&B people,
Right.
the alternative music type of people,
Right.
and you know that's cool to see. You know,
Yeah.
shine a light towards other people and bring that real unity and shit. You know,
Most definitely.
I
And,
definitely see that.
Oh yeah, and then one other thing that you know, this is one thing that just out of my heart, you know what I'm saying, the fact that not only like if you're a participant of the biggest motion, you're gonna get like it's a photo shoot as well, because you know we have professional photographer and
I seen
videographer Amelia, you know, who is also the wife of my brother Fire Upon Drums, who's also gonna be DJing biggest motion. He's DJed the last 3 biggest motions, and it's been very successful. But shout out to K Bridges as well, because he comes through with the make sure the sound is right, the cordless mics and everything. Shout out to Ray Rowe, because he comes with the lighting and the smoke. You know, we try to make every show a concert, an event.
It's an
you know
event
what I mean?
for
Yeah.
real, for
Yeah,
real, for
so,
real.
You know, so shout out to everybody that's been a part of it. You know what I mean? Shout out to you giving me this interview and letting me talk about it. You know, shout out to Prince Gold. Like, me and him together, I feel like, you know, we got the perfect team.
That boy
you know?
busy. I be trying to get him on it. I've been trying to get him on there. I need to reach out probably like one more time and get stuff. But last time when I had Josh Milan on here,
Yep. Shout out to Josh.
I ain't gonna
Milan.
say he was supposed to come, but he would have came, but something else came up.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's cool. But I think I definitely need to have that other half of the biggest motion
Yeah, no, definitely.
on here too,
I'll make
because
sure.
he's a good guy for sure. You know, straightforward. Like I said, even knowing that he's an Aquarius now, I see.
Yeah.
I see where he stand from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially being a February nigga, so I see it. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
You answered a lot of the questions that I kind of had. Like I said, you already plugged in what you. Anything else outside of the biggest motion? You say you was cool on doing solo projects, but if you got it, then you'll do it.
Right.
My boy will fuck with you on the feature. So if you got a feature,
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead, tap in.
Yes, sir.
Just not anything. Give it some bullshit. Keep that to yourself, of course. You know. Let me see if I got some music questions for you. Who you fuck with singers?
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 female singers of all time.
Ooh, top 5.
Female singers, women singers.
I gotta go with. I can't even really say a particular order for real, because it's great. It's just greatness. You know what I'm saying? Of course you gotta put Mariah Carey in there.
She
you know
up
what I'm
there.
saying? You gotta put Mary J. Blige up there.
Of course, Mary is probably
Yeah.
my number 3.
Okay.
Up in now.
You gotta put Whitney Houston in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put Aretha Franklin in there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then
I think got one more.
I mean, as far as like as all around just superstar and the consistency and longevity, you got to put Beyonce in there. You know what I'm saying? Just all around entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Star. You feel me? So, yeah.
for sure.
You know what I mean? But like I said, no particular order, because it's really hard. It's hard to do that. You feel me?
You ranking them? You ranking them? Nah.
Yeah. You know. So for real.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
Like I said, brother, if it's anything else that you want to plug in or no, actually, scratch that. Real quick, like we talked about earlier, how did you get into that Pride and Power video? How did that come about? Because that's one of my favorite joints that you got, only because the song is good. The song is good, but also the vibe of the song, that fucking
vibe,
Kill Bill and
Yeah.
the nunchucks out, that whole hard, bro. That was
Yeah.
kind of the scene that I like to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, of course, Kill Bill was an inspiration to some of the scenes on there. But you know, originally Bruce Lee was the one to rock the yellow and black
Right. Yeah.
jumpsuit. So I was like, let me do that. But then, in addition to that, you know, there's this old school movie. It's called The Last Dragon. You know what I'm saying? And
the Bruce Lee joint?
Yeah. You know, Bruce Leroy. Actually,
the Bruce Leroy. Yeah.
Actually, that's honestly a dream of mine, to play Bruce Leroy if they were to ever remake The Last Dragon as either a movie or a series.
That'll
or
be
anything.
hard.
I'm him. You know what I'm saying?
That'll
Bruce
be
Leroy,
hard.
baby. So that's a big inspiration.
And
I
the
did
funny
for
part,
that video, you know.
I watched that movie like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you. I just rewatched it because it's on Tubi.
Yeah.
So I just watched it probably like in November.
Yeah.
And that shit was good. It was a good ass movie.
Yeah. You know, it's.
Show enough.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Who's the best? Show
definitely
enough.
A cult classic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a lot of classic movies out there, but like I said,
but that's one of them
side,
black classics, and then it got the best of both worlds, where it's like it's black, right, and then it's also kung fu, and it's like if you a kung fu head and you a black cult classic head, that's where they both meet right there.
Yeah,
so,
no, definitely
for sure.
Yeah.
So you into Bruce Lee and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite Bruce Lee movie?
I gotta say Enter the Dragon. That's the one right there.
Okay. Yeah. Real quick, was that the one? Because there's a few of them, and then they kind of smallly just crunch in a little bit with the theme. Was that the one where he like his uncle had owned a restaurant?
Nah. This was the one where he went to the island, Han's Island. You know what I'm saying? Where he had got those scratches from Han.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you gotta.
That's not the one with Chuck Norris though, right?
Chuck Norris ain't in that one. Okay. I believe.
I think that's the
one
I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So I went through emotion. It was a while back. I'm like, you know, around my 30s now. But I watched all of them when I was like in my teen years. Yeah. Like my college years, I was on like a Bruce Lee run. Cause I'm a big Wu-Tang head, and like I kind of said earlier, I was kind of on my Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu shit too, and so I was just watching nothing but goddamn them old Chinese flicks, them old Japanese flicks and shit like the original Wu-Tang versus the Shaolin and shit like that, and the Drunken Master and all that good shit. And you can still find all that shit on YouTube.
You can. You can find all of that.
So that who would be your favorite top like martial arts fighter then? Actor.
Well, besides Bruce Lee.
But besides Bruce Lee. I feel like he too much of a go-to. You can't just say Bruce Lee.
I don't know if you know of Tony Jaa.
What do you do?
Yeah, he's like a Muay Thai. And his movies, I'm trying to, man, he has some dope ass movies. I can't even think of the names right now, but he does like his own stunts, like Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's also another one that I like. Of course, Jet Li. Jet Li. Chuck Norris, of course, to go.
I think Jet Li.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, like just growing
Blood
up
Sport.
watching these different those different movies and stuff. So
I think Jet Li would have to be my favorite. Favorite of all time because of when I was like 8 years old, maybe 10. I think I was like morely 8. It probably came out earlier than that, but that Unleashed. You seen Unleashed when he had the dog collar on. Then he take that collar off that nigga. He get the going crazy. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I seen that at such a young age to the point where it's like I thought I could do it. I was jumping off couches.
Right. No, for real.
For sure. And so I say all that to say that's definitely what that video it takes me back to that them karate days and all that shit every time I see that. And then like I said, when I did the deep dive on you and I seen that you had your belts and all that and you took your classes, I said, okay.
Oh yeah.
I fuck with this guy. You know what I mean? You know. Yes, for sure, my big dog. So here on the Hood Zookeeper podcast, we do like to keep it positive and all that good stuff. We're not a negative force in this world, but we is a positive force in this world. I'm going ahead and give the people some words of encouragement to carry on.
One thing I can say is no matter what you do, you got to acknowledge that there is a God. So you always got to put God first. My God is Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I thank him every day for being here, being able to do everything I'm doing right now. Besides the music, besides the bodybuilding, besides all that, just being alive, being able to not take anything for granted. Being blessed to still have my mom and dad, being blessed to have a good job, being blessed to have food on the table, everything like that. So make sure you always count your blessings and don't take them for granted at all. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that you do, even if you're not in music, is a blessing. Your talents are a blessing from God. So you want to acknowledge that and honor that. but also you want to strive forward to be a better person. You know what I mean? Try to better yourself every day. You're always gonna fall, but you gotta get back up. That's what counts. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the hood Zookeeper right here. You know what I mean?
Yes,
For
sir.
let me do this interview, and you know, God bless all y'all. Stay positive, and like I said, thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, brother. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
Yeah, you know.
plug yourself in. Tell them where they can find you at. Tell you everything they need to know real quick, and tell them upcoming show dates for that the biggest motion.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's Jay Swole. That's JAYSWOLLE. One word. You can find me on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube. I got a TikTok account, but I don't be on it that much. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
like that.
Yeah, but also Biggest Motion 6 coming February 6th, first Friday. Rooftop Taverna Costera, hosted by myself, Prince Gold. It's gonna be Prince Gold's birthday bash, so make sure you come out. We trying to bring the whole city out. We're gonna have 30 artists that's gonna grace the stage, 15 males, 15 females, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that type of vibe. You know what I mean? We got Super Bowl that same weekend, that Sunday,
real.
so you could come dressed in your football attire, or you could come dressed as a lady and gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so
sure.
either way, it's gonna be a vibe. We're gonna bring the city out. We're gonna have some familiar faces, and we also gonna have some new faces. So either way, it's gonna be talent, and it's gonna be superstars on that stage. Come through, shout out, say what's up, and we could talk about the next biggest motion if you want to be a part of it as too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure.
Yes, sir.
TarZanz, the hood Zookeeper. Jay Swole,
sir.
we out there, bitch.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yes, sir. Cool. Yeah, appreciate you, man.